I am still on quarantine, but I took a quick break just to get some natural sunlight and to get some nature vitamin D. But I wanted to finish off the How to Buy a House series, and the final video about credit and about financing, it was already recorded. However, over the last 2 weeks, there were some changes to financing. So that's the reason I decided to make a new video. Now, what are these changes to financing? Okay, for years and years, the last 10 years or so, people needed a 620 credit score in order to get approved for a FHA loan. And a FHA loan is the government-backed loan that only requires 3.5% down to buy a house. Now, in the last 2 weeks, I've heard from several lenders that their company now requires a person to be at a 640 or a 660 in order to close the deal. So that is heavy news for some, especially if someone was, coming from a 500 credit score, finally got to that 620, and then boom, the credit requirements got more strict. So again, this video is going to be a lot different than the other one that was recorded, but long story short, the simple steps to buying a house and getting financing is to, number one, get your credit together. And you can start by improving your credit score by visiting ExperienBoost.com. Now, if you sign up for ExperienBoost.com, it will give you regular notices about your credit score, and also they will email you tips on improving your credit score all the time. So, I do understand a lot of people have these credit repair businesses now. However, a lot of you, especially my followers, a lot of you can fix your credit yourself by just reading information and knowing where to go and just staying focused and paying attention. So, I got a visitor. Got a nice little dog watching me. So, all right, let's get to step number 2. Now, Experian Boost is not the only thing you want to do when you're building your credit. Another thing or another technique to increasing your credit score is to keep your credit card balances down low. And that means, I'll give you an example. Say you have a credit card that has a $1,000 balance. You want to keep it under $250. So you want to keep it less than like 25-30%. That helps your credit score to rise a lot faster, opposed to keeping it maxed out all the time. That can cause or damage to your credit score. Step 2, when you're preparing to buy a house, is you want to contact a good and reputable realtor. Now, the reason you would contact a realtor first is just to ask if they have any mortgage loan officers they highly recommend. Now, the reason your loan officer is so important and that you don't want to just choose any loan officer is because a good loan officer can help you save a lot of time and a lot of money. Now, what do I mean by that? All right, let's talk. I've had many scenarios and situations, but some lenders will tell you that down payment assistance is available for you, and then you pay for an inspection, you pay for the appraisal, we get close to closing, and then boom, they tell you that you no longer qualify for this loan. So again, that is a lot of time and money wasted. And then also, sorry, I'm being nosy, but all right. And another reason that a good loan officer is extremely important is because I've seen other situations where you just get to the closing or a week before closing, a couple days before closing, and we're notified last minute about items that the underwriter caught. It could be I don't know, student loans, child support, things that should have been caught from day one. Okay, so pretty much you can't fool the system. When you're trying to buy a house, you can't trick the system. So it's best to just tell them everything from jump. It'll leave you in a better position later. Another reason talking to a loan officer is very important before you go out and look at homes is that you need to understand how much house you can afford to buy or how much house you will get approved for. Now, this is critical because I've seen situations where somebody will see this beautiful house online and they want to go see it. The house is $250,000. They fall in love. They're ready to write an offer. And then boom, we find out that they only qualify for $175,000. Now, it may not sound like a big difference. However, it's a huge difference when you're looking at houses and when you're looking at neighborhoods. So, again, it could be a lot of wasted time and effort. So we want to know what you qualify for first before we go out and look at any homes. Finally, last but not least, it's time to go out and look at homes. All right. So once we're ready to go out and look at homes, your real estate agent will email you properties. Okay. Some people already know the neighborhoods they want to be in. Some people don't. So you want to start doing your research online first. And then, you want to, communicate with your realtor so that you can finally go out and start looking at houses. So that is my update. I may share the original video for this at a later date because I'm sure it's much better. But this is the information I feel the need to give today, especially with that change as a result of COVID-19, that change in lending. Also, just quick update as far as what has changed in real estate since COVID-19. Some lenders have dropped out. So with that being said, I don't know what's going to happen, but lending might get a little bit tighter. And we already see that the credit requirements are a little bit tighter. So with that being said, we can't wait until this is over. And I'm sure there will be a few other changes in real estate once it is over. But in the meantime, keep your credit clean so that you are, pretty much I always say, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. So keep your credit together if you plan to buy a house. And also, I'm going to get my butt back in the house, back in quarantine. And I'm going to have me some hot tea with lemons. And you just stay safe. Stay safe. And I will see you on the next one. It's Katina Willis with Real Estate News from the D. Peace.